Yo, what is going on, you greasy ingredient? We're playing some games with Dragapult VMAX today. Now, this list, base of this list, I changed around a couple cards. Comes from Danny House. I'm gonna leave a link to their Twitter in the description, so go check them out. They're a big fan of Dragapult and play it pretty consistently. Yeah, I was like, I woke up this morning, I was like, you know what, I want to play some Dragapult today. So we're playing some Dragapult today. So this is not the energy denial build, so the Eternatus matchup will be a little bit tougher. We don't play the Crushing Hammers or the Lycanroc / Clefairy line, just straight up Dragapult or 4 Dragapults, and then you got the rest of the squad to kind of support it. Got some Jirachis in here with the Dreamy Revelation. Don't have Stellar Wish because that would require quite a few more switch cards to make work, so doing the Dreamy Revelation instead. Zigzagoons, of course, to complement the 5 damage country we get to put on our opponent's bench, so we can knock out stuff like Mews or Jirachis or whatever. Giratina with the Dimension Breach ability, because we're already playing Scoop Up Nets. We may as well take advantage of Pokemon that we can put in play to use their ability, and then we can pick them back up with Scoop Net and use it again, like also the Mewtwo with Mind Report. We had a Mew to protect our bench. Cramorant and Tag Bolt are the main two we're trying to stop from being able to do what they do with the Mew. 2 Goons, I think I mentioned that. 1 Crobat, 2 Dedenne for our draw, for our support Pokemon. Pokemon Surge, we got that 3 Com, 4 Quick Ball. I was thinking about cutting into Dedenne for a Com, but I haven't played with Dragapult in a while, so I was kind of trying to stay as close as possible to the list that Danny had been running. The only things I cut 2 Energy Spinner for a 6th Basic Psychic, and then a 2nd Marnie, because Spinner doesn't make too much sense in this deck anymore, because we don't have Stellar Wish Jirachi, which is kind of the reason you'd want E-Spinners in there, because you'd Stellar Wish into a trainer card, which could be an Energy Spinner, and then you could just take that. But with just the Dreamy Revelation Jirachi, you can just Dreamy Revelation into the Jirachi or the Spinner, no matter which one's there. So I may as well just have the extra energy, I felt like. So I just added more energy. 2 Reset Stamp for some comeback potential. We got 4 Net, of course, 2 Switch, as well as 2 U-Turn Board for our mobility cards. 1 Tool Scrapper, 1 Chaotic Swell. Get rid of tool cards with this. Big Charms and stuff can be annoying. Also, it gives us kind of a chance up against Luke Metalization. Not really, but more so for stuff like Big Charms. It is really good. 1 Chaotic Swell, like I mentioned. 3 Bosses Orders, 4/4 on the Research and the Marnie. 1 Team Yell Grunt to have some kind of disruption around energy. Sometimes just taking 1 energy out of play can be super good. And because we have this Mewtwo, we can reuse that. And also comboed with Giratina is where it can become really, really good. Where you go Dimension Breach plus a Yell Grunt on something even like a Pikarom, and you discard a Speed Lightning and then put a basic back in their hand, and all of a sudden they can't Full Blitz next turn or something like that. I mentioned the U-Turn boards, and we got 4, 6 on the energy split down here. 4 the Horror Energy, 6 Basic Psychic, and that's the list. Once again, in the description for Danny's Twitter. Also, link in the description. Check out the live stream, twitch.tv/AzulGG. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into these games. All right, into our first one. We are going first, and I'm already regretting it. Our opening hand is just not good for going first at all. Maybe we can at least top deck a Pokemon. Okay, we got the Dragapult now, so that's cool. And I'm thinking about putting the U-Turn board here in case we get Marnied. Let's go with that. But yeah, opened the Dedenne, which of course is not an optimal starter ever. And then Dragapult, but no energy. So Dragapult's great, no energy is not great. Looks like our opponent's playing some kind of Evolution Sobble deck. Got a Jirachi, Sobbles. Could it be Chandelure? I guess we could be up against Chandelure here. Let's find out what is going on. That's the last time I've seen this Inteleon. That stage 2 Inteleon is always with the Chandelure, and there is the Litwick. I guess it's making a comeback now. There's a Rotom Phone. Set that top deck. They can set up a Lampent on top actually, which is kind of cool. So then when they top deck for their next turn, they get the Lampent onto the bench and then just have it ready to go to become a Chandelure. All right, we top decked an energy a turn late there, and I'm gonna go ahead and Marnie. I don't want him to top deck that top deck. I don't really need a whole ton this turn either, so I don't feel like I need to extend with Research. Another Dragapult, energy, Marnie for next turn. We could even Dead Change if I wanted to, and just gonna leave this guy in the active, I think, and pass. So yeah, not a whole ton happening on our turn, and I don't know how scared I should be of Chandelure. It's like, oh, okay, I guess, but I guess it could one-hit KO. Can it one-hit KO? What is its max damage? I haven't played with Chandelure in so long. I forget what its max damage is. There's the Lampent. Here comes another Litwick. No Candy Chandelure, so they can't attack this turn, I believe, unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure they can't attack this turn. So that's good for us. So we can actually knock out Jirachi plus Litwick, I think, here. We got our own Jirachi attached to the Dragapult. And then I kind of just want a Dede change. I guess I could go into Jirachi, Dream Revelation, and net it up, go into the Dragapult. Makes a little bit more sense. Take this, I guess. Neither were great. Neither were great. Send up the Dragapult. Hopefully this doesn't backfire and I can't find a VMAX. But hopefully, yeah, hopefully we just find a VMAX. Oh, have research still. Hold up. We're not done yet. Gonna get rid of this. I'm going to go ahead and grab... I kind of want to knock out both of these at once. So I kind of just want to put 5 here. And then leave this guy open. We could hit... I don't want to hit it at all, actually, to be honest. We just want to discard something. Probably just discard this Giratina. All right, research. Don't really mind losing the energy or the boss. As long as we find that VMAX. There's a Pokemon. Okay, so we can find it. It was a little costly. But we can get into it. So I'm going to go rid of the Calm. I think I like keeping the rest of the options around. Just grab something like a Mewtwo. And then Calm it away. Grab ourselves that VMAX. And then, I guess I am KOing the Jirachi, though. So that means it does open up a bench space for my opponent. So we're going to max Phantom. So maybe... I think I still just put 5 here, though. Yeah, I'm going to do... Maybe I could have just done... Well, no, because then I could go into this guy. That'll go I have 8. So if I do 1, it'll be 6. I'll be too short. So I could have done maybe, like, 3 here. So maybe I should have gone, like, 3 on Litwick. And then 2 on a Guru or a Sobble. Or 1 on each Sobble. Or something like that. Because now this is going to become the Chandelure. And it's going to hit me. And it's going to take 40 damage from the Horror Energy, which means I knock it out, because I think it has 140 HP. I mean, I don't play what's it called very often, so I don't know for sure. But I'm pretty sure it has like 140. Let me see. 140. Okay, and we do 130. So when they hit us, they'll take the Horror Energy damage, allow me to knock it out. It's just going to be... I want to knock out multiple things at once. They weren't able to candy out this Litwick into a Chandelure, but it looks like they maybe don't play candies, and maybe just play the Dusk Stones. So... it was maybe never an option for my opponent. So, and now we can go knock out 10 here. But I could have done, like I said, I could have put 3 here. Because if they did go... oh, I guess they could have gone... I mean, they could have gone Evolve to Lampent, Duststone. So it'd be the same thing, actually. They could have gone... just get out of Chandelure on this guy. And then that damage is kind of wasted. So I probably should have just put 3 here. Just in case it becomes a Lampent and stays as a Lampent on the bench. 3 here. Because then I can KO it as a Lampent. And then 2 on the Oranguru. Now, I'm kind of lucking out here because my opponent didn't see that line or take that line, whatever. They could have sent up Litwick, and they had the Rosa, so they could have made this guy the Chandelure. But yeah. Oh, there's a net on that. There's also, now that I know they play net, there's also that factor. So I should have gone 3 to Litwick, and probably 2 to Guru. 2 to Guru, because these guys might get netted, or they're going to evolve and have a ton of HP, so 2 to Guru. And no matter what, they could scoop up net any of them and reset the damage, but... And there's the Spirit Burner, 190. The big question here is, do they find Lampent? They found another Chandelure. Okay, so they did find that Chandelure. It was a big question. That's kind of like this whole matchup is going to be based around that for the most part. I think I could Utron board here, actually. Retreat. Dream Revelation. Take the Tool Scrapper. Net. Okay, because I don't think Tool Scrapper is going to be very good in this matchup. But one thing I can do with it, actually, I can Tool Scrap this thing. Put that over here, and then reset stamina doesn't make a ton of sense. Boss doesn't sound... I think I just want to KO the Chandelure, though. Doesn't sound terrible, but doesn't sound that good either. There's a VMAX. I don't know if I want to VMAX this yet, so we're not VMAXing yet. We're just gonna go with that Max Phantom knockout. If they hit us, we get knocked out. If they have a boss here, though, they could play around the Horror Energy, and it's possible I don't find a Goon next turn. So I think we should put 1 here, or is that just kind of too... We should go like... probably like 1, 2, 1, 2, and then maybe 1 there. Okay, that kind of works out. So the Oranguru can Max Phantom that twice, take that knockout. Or I think I'd rather KO the Sobble if I can, because getting into that Drizzle and then getting that free trainer card for the turn is pretty good. So I think I'd rather make sure I knock out that Drizzle, or putting it on the Drizzle, stopping the Drizzle from coming into play, then getting more damage on the Oranguru makes more sense. So yeah, stopping the Drizzle from getting into play by knocking out the Sobble. Better than 2-hit KOing the Oranguru. So I 2 here, None here really. It gets 160 HP. I don't think I'm ever KOing this thing. And then one here, just in case they bossed for turn, which they could do. I don't think it would be a very good play, to be honest, for them to boss around this, but they could do it. Or they could have like a Fiona or something, and then if I don't hit this for 10, they avoid the horror energy damage. But it would set it up so I could stamp them lower. But however, you know, stamp's actually not that good in this matchup as long as they're able to chain Chandelures, which they're definitely going to be able to do this turn. They're using the Rosa. They can just primate Wisdom of Chandelure on top of the deck. And then go ahead and, candy out the Intelligence. So they do play Summer Candies. We know that now as well. Not that that's going to do a whole ton for us this late in the game, I don't think. And the Shady Dealings are going down. Yeah, they should be able to get plenty of Chandelures, or at least a Chandelure into play here. Will they get Hearth Rotom Phone, I believe? There goes the Hearth. Then out some energy by Litwick. They play both Jirachis. They play a little some Stellar Wish, some Dreamy Revelation. Why not? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Rotom Phone. The Rotom Phone's super cool in this deck, though, because it does help you set up that next attacker. Because the way the deck works is like you Spirit Burner. Usually you get knocked out. Like usually the Chandelure just gets KO'd no matter what. It's really hard to stop people from KOing the Chandelure. They'd have to like whiff extremely hard or something like that. And yeah, there's 250. They are KO'd. They got a Chandelure and a Lampent, I believe, on that. I think they only had one of each of those in the discard pile before. See what they actually take. Take the Chandelure for sure and the Lampent. Yeah, they take this 40, so I would have been able to KO it anyways, but don't know that for sure, so we played it the way we did. We have a reset stamp. We also have a Marnie. I don't have to Marnie this turn, though. We're probably just going to go with the reset stamp. Match Evolve. I have a Goon in hand. So let's just go with the Dream Revelation. I have a Quick Ball, I think. We can actually KO this Lampent, I think. Goon, net Goon. That'll work. KO the Lampents. And then KO. We have 4 prizes left. We can't draw the rest of them. But the Lampent is a good prize card to take here while we can. Or it looks pretty good to me. So we're going to go for that. Lampent. How many nets do I have left, though? I have 1 net left. Because I don't have a Horror Energy on this one. Which means when the Chandelure hits me, I actually won't be able to KO it. Which is, of course, not good. We want to make sure we get these KOs. But also taking out this Lampent, while it is kind of like free prize cards, feels pretty good. So I can try and win and go in 2 turns. But I have to be able to KO. If I don't KO the Chandelure, I think I'm going to lose anyways. But if there's another Chandelure, I think I'm going to lose anyways as well. So we're just kind of hoping we find that... oops, I forgot to reset stamp. Oh, no. Forgot to play down the reset stamp. Maybe it would have even been better if I had actually just played the Marnie, to be honest, because I do need to dig for that scoop up net. Now, I don't know if it matters too much, and to be honest, it is possible that by playing reset stamp, it actually helps my opponent, because they don't need very much. I guess they could have whiffed the energy, though. That would have been the big thing. They could have whiffed. Well, they have Hearth in place. They're never whiffing the energy. I don't have the. I could have got my Swell, though, on con. Yeah, I could have Marnied, got swelled that in play. Okay, so that was what the play I should have looked for. If they do hit the energy, nothing really changes too much, and it's possible me Marning them or stamping them could help them because they could have a ton of Pokemon in their hand, and then they just want to get those back in the deck. So definitely a misstep by me. I kind of was like thinking through everything else and then completely forgot about Stamp and Marnie. I think I should have Marnie, to be honest, because then I want to find that scoop up net to make sure I can KO their active. So I can Marnie here. There we go. How much are they hitting for? Only 70. So maybe they're just running out of Pokemon. I actually see a Crushing Hammer hit discarded there. VMAX. Get rid of that. The deck. There's the net in the deck. Use this. Get rid of this. Push into this. Attach this to this, and then play the Marnie. Looking for that scoop up net. We don't actually need it this turn, to be honest. Though we could just find it next turn, or not at all. We don't actually need it at all for sure. Grab that. Got the. I'm gonna put it down now. Horror Energy, and then Max Phantom. Gonna hit it. I'm gonna put 2 on the Sobble. 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2 over here on the Guru. I think. But like that. All right, we have the boss. So we can draw 2 prize cards next turn. So even if I KO'd this turn, I didn't get the swell. So the one thing we could have looked for and would have wanted to make work would be a KO this Chandelure and then also put a swell in play. So it's possible they whiff the energy for turn. But as long as Hearth's in play, they'll probably always be able to find the energy for turn. And there's nothing I can do about that. If I don't have the swell is my one thing to do something about that. I could have put the swell in play. Plus hand disruption. They whiff energy. I get a free attack and I win the game that way. Didn't happen. Did not find the swell. We did find the hand disruption, but no swell. And we didn't get the knockout. We would have needed swell plus net, actually. We need swell and scuba net. That's why I think I should have Marnied last turn. So that way, this turn I actually could have played like this research and seen 7 more cards on my deck, which could have been swell plus maybe reset stamp even. Swell plus the net and reset stamp. At the very least, we'd hope for swell and reset stamp. There's a Brock's Grit to the top of the deck. So now I feel like I'm almost for sure going to lose here. They got the Brock's Grit. They're going to use the Brock's Grit. 6 Pokemon into the deck. How much do they even need to KO us at this point? 60 times. We got, what, 250 HP left. So they need 5? Oh, they maybe still need 5 Pokemon, though. My miscount. No, 4 Pokemon would do. 4 Pokemon is enough here. And that is exactly 4. So an exact KO. We almost were able to get the dub here. I definitely misstepped a couple times. Still got it really close, though. Yeah, I missed out a couple. It could have had that, like I said, could have had that research here. KO'd the active. Swell in play, possibly. And then maybe they just can't find energy. You never know. I mean, they had the Rosa. Or they didn't have the Rosa. They had to use the Brock's Grit to recover Pokemon. So, yeah, definitely could have won there. Some missteps. We learn from it, though. And we move on to the next game. Okay, into another one. I'm actually choosing to go second this time because hands like this. Exactly like this. You just like... If we had gone first, we literally have to top deck a Dragapult. We have the energy. Okay, so we're up against Colossal, which I have to imagine is a pretty tough matchup. But I guess it really depends on if they play healing or not. It's going to be a big factor for this one, for sure. So our best top deck is like a Dragapult. Well, there is a Magnemite. So this is Green's Colossal, if I had to guess. There's a Dedenne top deck. I think I'm just going to Marnie here. Yep. Marnie. Got the Dragapult, got the energy. Don't have anything else to work with, though. So we're really living off our top deck here. But we could top deck Scoop Up Net, Pokemon, get Dedenne with the Calm, draw support. So we have a good amount of top decks. But we do have the top deck, which never feels great. So yeah, it is, I believe it would be Green's Colossal VMAX. I can't imagine why you would play Magneton if you're not playing Greens. So, I mean, we'll see right here as they pop their Magneton. I'm curious as to what other supporters they would actually play, to be honest, besides Greens. I'm sure Surge is in the deck because they play Magneton. So Surge, Greens, Research. Okay, so Research, also another card in the deck. Another, what's it called? So we get another card to work with here. That's a Dragapult VMAX that gives us a Pokemon for this Calm. So that's great. There's the Surge. Here comes the Greens. I'm sure they're going to get the Evolution Incense. And I can't actually think of what else they would grab off of the Green. Maybe a Quick Ball for another Colossal V. That would make sense to me. Yeah, we got this Dragapult VMAX off the prize cards, which is great because now we can calm that away to grab probably Dedenne. We could grab Crobat, I guess, but I kind of want to play the reset stamp. Or if I do want to play the reset stamp, maybe I should get... We'll see what we top deck as well. That could change. And we'll see if they even knock out our Mew or not. Because... Oh, they're going with the Caitlyn and Cynthia, actually, over the Research. This Research is... For them, it's for next turn. Getting back the Surge, even. Which is... Interesting that they get back Surge here. I guess that means they're maybe planning to not knock out my Mew here. They might just not KO Mew. At all. They're putting... Oh, wait, they... Okay, so they do play a Rangaroo. They do play a Rangaroo. They also play Greens. Okay. Alright, sure. Whatever. Each your own. If they open it, they would get majorly punished, I guess. But you'll sometimes get lucky. Let's go ahead and grab the... I think I do want to go with the Crobat here. I almost want to save the reset stamp. So I go Crobat grab, but now I almost want to play the reset stamp. I think I can just Crobat for 4, and we could hope for a Marnie. Nope, we did get another Dedenne though. We drew our second reset stamp. That's the worst part here is we drew second reset stamp. So I could send up Jirachi for a turn, or I could send up Jirachi first and see if the Dreamy Revelation can help us out. Marnie is really the only... Well, that's just bad. I guess we take the Dena and we can calm that away. So we lose both our reset stamps here, which is terrible. Marnie's still very good. But yeah, losing both our reset stamps is not. That's going to hurt. I think I will play one here because I set up their hand a little bit. They have a research in it at the very least. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And here comes that data change that I didn't want to do. Got the net. Did not get an energy yet, but we do have a Marnie. So we're going to net the Jirachi, send up the Dragapult. Jirachi, and then go ahead and play a Marnie. No reason to put that Dragapult down. I want to keep that bench space open. Bunch of different stuff we could put there. Okay, cool. Found a couple U-turn boards, found the energy. So we're chilling now. I'm going to put a U-turn board on our active here. And then probably one on... Maybe just hold on to this one for now. And then, yeah, Max Phantom. We only hit for a 110 on this Colossal VMAX. So they do have that stone energy. So we're 3-hit KOing them currently. And even if they get another stone or two, if they keep hitting into us and we have this horror energy here, we'll be just fine. Because that will do 20 damage to them every time. So I guess that healing is what I'm scared of here. There's a Magnemite down now. So now they put a Magnemite and an Oranguru down. So we can try and just KO this Colossal VMAX and then KO Magnemite. Hopefully this turn, we can find ourselves a Zigzagoon. Knock this thing out now and then KO the Oranguru for our last prize card. So this is our 5 prize cards right here. We're going to go for. And there's a top deck quick ball. So I guess good thing we held that U-turn board because we can use that and get the goon, KO that Magnemite. Don't even give him a chance to utilize that. Dragapult will evolve eventually there. All right, goon. Yes, ping that Magnemite and then research. So we get, which one? Energy. Got an energy. Horror energy is that much better. Max Phantom, hit, knock out this Magnemite before it evolves, and they get to utilize it to grab supporters. Take it out. I guess I maybe could have left it there though. I guess I didn't have to KO it. But now we have game set up. I think we can go second goon, net goon, ping ping. I guess I could have, no, but if it evolves and they don't pop it, then I'm gonna regret that. Yeah, that's what they could have done. They could evolve it and not pop it, and then that would be bad for me actually. So we're set up in a really good spot though. We pretty much have game on board right now as long as the second goon is in the deck, and I think I did see it in there. So we basically win the game next turn. Yeah, I think we just win. I think it's game over. Get the U-turn board back. I'm going to send up the Jirachi Dream Revelation just in case I'm wrong and it's not in there. You might want to be able to see an extra card, find a net, something like that. But it should be just about all over here. U-turn board, quick ball, Dragapult V. There's that second goon, and that is game. We beat the Colossal. Yeah, they don't really run healing right now, which makes this matchup so much easier for us, for sure. If they did run healing like they have in the past, it would definitely be way more difficult. But yeah, I've not been running healing as of late. Oh, am I doing enough? 90? Okay, just enough. I was like, I'm pretty sure I have it, but it's actually just enough. I didn't actually count. I was just like assumed, and we do have it, but it is the exact amount of HP remaining on the Colossal. And we do get the dub over here over this Colossal deck. That's gonna do it for these games with the Dragapult. It's been seeing a ton of popularity, or a huge rise in popularity recently, which is not a huge rise for what it normally is, which is like from none to like 10 in tournaments recently. So definitely give the Dragapult a shot, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.